Hey guys, so this is going to be my first video. I'm a college student and a lot of my classes have a lot of memorization and I'm pretty bad at it, so a lot of the time the way I kind of help myself do better is by summarizing stuff because it's impossible for me to memorize every single small detail. I try to summarize it, basically just try to remember a concept and branch off of that on my exams. I find it to be easier, and I was hoping as a way to both motivate me to study and as a way to help other people, I'll be making these small little summary videos of what we went over in lecture that day. I'm not sure how good these are going to be, but I'm going to give it a try. So today, this one is going to be about my econ lecture that we had today. So I'm taking microeconomics, and today we started module 3, which is market equilibrium. It doesn't matter what module it is, but yeah, market equilibrium is what we started. And so first of all, some assumptions that we made were that there's price-taking firms, identical costs, and free entry and exit into the market. So those are just some things to consider that we're kind of taking out of the equation so you can model it easier. And here we have the supply curve and the demand curve. This is the demand curve, this is the supply curve. They intersect at a point. That point has the coordinates q and p star, q star, p star. The star is meant to, indicate that it is the best point. This is the optimal point. And this is the equilibrium allocation. So a couple more things to consider are that for our modeling, our assumptions are that the price demanded equals the price supplied, so the amount of money you pay is the exact money that the producer is getting, and that the quantity demanded equals the quantity supplied. So the producer and the consumer, the producer produces the exact amount of products that the consumer needs. There's no excess in either direction, just for sake of modeling. So that's basically the setup of equilibrium allocation. That is that point right there. That's a little bit about it. And then obviously there's going to be more detail, but this is just the very, very setup of it. So there will be more detail in future videos, but we also have this right here, which is a little introduction to welfare economics. So basically what you need to know here, in my opinion, is that, again, we have this graph. This is the same graph we were just looking at. The equilibrium allocation is right there, and if you can see right here, this area is shaded in, so this little triangle area is the consumer surplus. So the area under the demand curve and above the price demanded, so it's under here and above this, whatever that is, that is that's the consumer surplus. And then down here, similar thing, that's the producer surplus, the area under there, and above the supply curve, that's that area. And then the two areas combined together are actually social welfare. So social welfare, basically the goal of welfare economics is to maximize social welfare. So we want this area to be as great as possible. So that's the reason why Q star and P star are considered the optimal points, because if you look at this graph down here, we have the same point, except say we have, rather than using Q star, we have a new point, so Q. So even if we keep P star, which is considered the optimal P point, then the new point is just Q P star, which is right here. And if you see, you see that the area is actually smaller here, so social welfare is not being maximized. Therefore, as it says right here, this is an inefficient allocation. And the reason for this is that the Q plus 1 unit actually has surplus gains and no surplus losses, which is called a Pareto improvement. A Pareto improvement is when you can improve everyone, or at least someone, or like someone's process without hurting anyone else's process. So it's basically considered a given improvement, like a necessary improvement, because you can help someone out without harming anyone, so why wouldn't you do it? So that is why it's an inefficient allocation. You're leaving this little space here unclaimed, and this is actually called the dead weight loss, or the WDL. And I guess that's it for now. That is, a little bit about welfare economics, a little bit about market equilibrium. There will be more coming, but that's it for now. Thank you for watching.